Okay, so let's now finish off the module and have a look at the crucial role of sponsorship. Now, the reality is that bolder ideas always need a different level of leadership, management support than incremental ideas. And whilst big ideas sound good on paper and on PowerPoint, generally they provoke an allergic reaction when it comes to the reality of investing in and developing and deploying them. Usually it's risk aversion that kicks in, but it's not just risk aversion. Usually, someone in the status quo has something to lose when a new way of working appears, and often direct opposition can kick in. Now, there are many ways of overcoming this, but for now, I just want to focus on the crucial issue of sponsorship in relation to taking bolder ideas through the organization. And ultimately, bold ideas are fragile in the early stages, and they need a protecting evangelist. Someone who has the energy and the authority to advance something through the organization, irrespective of potential blockages. And this is what saved the iPod in the early days when it was under development. The director of that division said that his number one job was crap deflector. His job was to navigate the organizational opposition to ensure that the team could get on with developing the product undistracted. So if you are a team leader, consider this from the start of your creative pursuit. What level of boldness or originality does the problem or the opportunity require versus what kind of sponsorship is required versus what kind of sponsorship is the leader comfortable providing? They may not be the same thing. And is there a conflict? And it's really important that we're clear on this from the start, because if a leader asks for bold ideas, but then is unwilling to sponsor them through the organization, it creates huge frustration amongst team members and creates a lack of trust and engagement for future idea generation. So a key point here is, as an idea emerges, be super intentional about designing the likely sponsorship journey that it's going to need to stay alive in the organization, at least until you've had a chance to test it to a level to know whether it's even worth pursuing. And there's more of that we can look at in Module 6. In the book, there is a whole section dedicated to helping leaders develop strategies for growing in this area. So have a look at that if you know that that's something that your organization needs more of, particularly in respect to more creative outcomes. So let's recap. Ordinary ways of working rarely produce extraordinary outcomes. So if we want bolder, more extraordinary ideas, we have to adjust how we work to give them an opportunity to show up. So we've covered the role of questions, the optimum human state, creating a context for bolder ideas to show up, rethinking how we use time to amplify creative outcomes, looking at how diversity triggers better ideas and also helps us to predict potential roadblocks, and then finally, the crucial role of sponsorship in helping ideas stay alive for long enough to understand whether they merit further investment. Now, this clearly isn't an exhaustive list. This is called Innovation Essentials after all. But I guarantee that if you take these tools that I'm sharing here and adapt them, it's really important, you need to adapt them to suit your unique organizational culture, then your creative levels in your team will definitely increase. So some resources to help you here. I've already mentioned the book. In the website, belesszombie.com/resources, there is a list of catalytic questions that I referenced in the last module. So have a look at those to get you started. We're next going to look at module 6, which is going to be a favorite, I think. It's how to run low-risk experiments, dream big, start small, and democratize innovation. I think there's rocket fuel in what we're going to talk about next. I see it all of the time. It's one of the most powerful ways to get innovation moving inside organizations, so definitely do not miss that one. Again, there's the book. If you want to get in touch, drop me a line at elvin.turner@belesszombie.com, or you can connect on LinkedIn. I hope this has been useful, and look forward to you tuning in to the next module.